Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to my YouTube channel again. So today we'll be looking at still making a blouse. This is the style of the blouse. I just drew it out from the illustration so you can understand. This is the neck. You can see it has a collar neck, a wide collar neck, not a collar neck that gets to choke the neck, but the neck is free. We have to take note of that. And it has a princess dart here. Can see the princess dart is not so high, it's a bit low, and it has now the peplum is quite different. It has a peplum 2-step to one side and 3-step to one side. You can see both of them are not the same shape, but at the back here you can see that the peplum is 2-step at the back, both are the same shape, and this is the collar at the neck here. But at the back here you can see that it has a little opening here like this before the zip get to start. The collar has a button point here, so we're going to try and do that now. Remember now if you look at, there's no dart at the back here. You can make it without a dart if you want to, and the front here you have a process dart at the up and the lower part. There is no dart here at the lower part. In my previous video I showed you how you can remove dart from your peplum, so we're just going to go ahead and make this happen now. So remember, when I say we're making a blouse, the first thing you should take note of is the wideness of the shoulder and how low the neck is. Now if you look at this neck, this shoulder, I'm going to use, like, let me say 3.5. Now the lowness of this neck, I see it's not a very low neck. It's a collar neck, so they don't get to be very low. So if I want to make that now this is the shoulder point. Now from this side I'll measure the wideness of my neck inside from the shoulder point inside. So now the shoulder, I said, is 3.5. So from here I'm going to measure my 3.5 inside. This is where it stops here. Now initially when I measured my neck here, it was 3. When I was doing my pattern, I talked about how to measure your neck. It was 3. Now this side is going to be 4. Whatever I have here, I add 1 inch to it. So this is 4 like this. So I get to join it to the neck here. You can make it low if you choose to. That is what you want. Now it's a princess dart, like I said, and most princess darts stop under the chest line. This is the chest line here. This is the chest line. Now I'll start from this bust point here like this. From this bust point I'll make a curve shape. It can be to this chest line, below, or whatever, but it has to be below this chest line. So that is the process that. So I'm going to make the neck for the back also. Remember we used 3.5 here. So for this side here, for the back, I'm going to measure 3.5 from the shoulder point inside. So I'm going to measure my 3.5 inside like this. Now remember we used 4 here. Now for the back, now since this side is 3, since the neck here is 3, if I want to make the neck, if I'm making a high neck, for the back I'm going to remove 1 inch from this neck. I measured, remember I added 1 inch to the front, which made it 4. For the back I have to remove 1 inch, so we're going to use 2 inches. So now we're having 2 inches here like this. So I'll shape my neck. I hope you're seeing it very well. I'll shape my neck like this. It's a collar neck, but the according to the slide, the collar neck is not choking, it's not high. Okay, maybe I should use, we use 3.5, and maybe I should use okay, this 3.5. Didn't measure it very well, sorry. So I'm going to reshape it like this. Okay, so I didn't measure it very well. Let me check the back whether it's correct. 3.5. Yeah, it's correct. Remember there's no dart at the back, so this is the up. Now remember we're going to check the armhole whether both front and back are the same. Now I'm going to measure for the back now. This is 9 3/4. I'm going to measure for the back, for the front, like this. This is 10.5. So the difference between them is 3/4. So now that 3/4 dart that I have, the extra measurement, I'm going to remove it. I'm going to remove it at the process dart. So what I do is I just measure it downwards. Now this is 3/4 here. I measure it downwards. then I join it straight to the bust point. Not a straight line, but a curved line like this. It's going to be a curved line like this. It's not going to be straight. So that now you can, if you notice now that there's a dart between this line and this line. Now, like I said in my previous video, this dart here that I removed, which was the SS 3/4, is for it to make the armhole for the front and the back to be equal 1, and any excess on the fabric at the chest area, this dart will remove it, and it will help build the bust to be more relaxed on the person. That is what this dart does. So let's continue now. So I'm going to add that inch on my sewing allowance here at the side, and at the back also I'm going to add my 1.5 inch sewing allowance. Then I'll join it like this. Then I'll join it. So I want to cut the upper part like this. So remember, I have not done the peplum, so I have to cut now. This is the zip allowance. Like I said, I use 1/2 inch. You can use 1 inch, 1.5, whatever you want to use. But I'm just going to use 1/2 inch here. Join it together like this. So this is the armhole. I'm going to add 1/2 inch for the sewing allowance here. Let me cut it. No, we are not going to cut it. We have not made the collar. Sorry, I forgot. Now we are going to make the collar. Now, on the picture, on the diagram I made, you can see the collar. It's a standing collar here. You can see it here. So this is my collar now, like this, which is this point here, and the same thing at the back also. So I'm going to make it, you can see, coming up like this. So whatever the measurement of the collar I want to use, I'm going to use like 1.5 from here to this point. So I'm going to use 1.5, which is this. So measure that 1.5 like this. See? This is my 1.5 here like that. And the front here, 1.5 also. So I'm going to do this like this. So this is the collar for the front and the back. So I'm going to cut this collar out. Now remember, once you've not done, remember there's an opening for the back here. Now if you notice now, this opening stops. Now the way this opening is, it does not get to this middle point. Sorry for the diagram, but it starts from here and here. Now if I make a straight line to divide this thing into 2, now let's concentrate on this side. Forget this side. Let's concentrate on this side. You can see that it starts from a point here and come up here. Now it does not get to this middle line. It just stops like now from here to this point. Let me say we're going to have like 1/2 inch difference. Now this is the collar neck here. Now this is my diagram from this center line. Now this is our center line here. Forget these too many lines. It's because I'm using pen, I would have erased it out. Now this is our center line here. Now this is our center line here. Now the next start from line from this side, 1/2 inch inside. So I'm going to take like, you're going to start from here like this. You can see that is important of understanding your style. Now it comes down in a curve to this point here. So let's assume it's going to stop here. So I'm going to make a little curve here like this. So that is the collar now. So this is my zip allowance. So we are going to have something like this at the back. I added my 1/2 inch sewing allowance. You can see now it's no more straight. So I'm going to cut this out now. Add 1/2 inch at the shoulder point here. Now this is the collar at the neck. Now I have to indicate where this stops here, like this. Now this is the neck, and this is the collar now. So this is the collar for the back. We are not through with the collar yet. This is just one of the ways to make a collar. It's not the only way. Now this is the front. Now remember, you understand how we do the back. I'm sure you understand how we do this back. So I'm going to cut out the front. Cut out this dart first, like this. Cut out this dart first, like this. I'm not cutting the armhole now. Now, like I say in my previous video, in the case of a process that you bring it down together, first the lines should be equal at the bust point, like this. They must be equal at the bust point. This is the bust point here. These two lines must be equal. Now, if you look at the armhole now, you can see that the two lines here are not equal. So I have to bring it down from the upper armhole and shape it to the lower side like this. So thereby, you can see this former line is no more useful. Like this. So we'll cut this excess darts here out. So now I'm going to add that fringe here for the armhole. Remember, this is our collar. So cut it out like this. Now this is our neck. Now this is the collar for the front, and this is the collar for the back. So what I simply do is I have to join it together like this. You can see this is the front, this is the higher part here. I remove this half inch. I remove this half inch here like this. Now I get to join it together like this. So we have the full collar. That is one way to do it. So I'll sellotape it now. Now, in looking at this collar now, you can see that I'm supposed to get a perfect circle lower point here, but you can see that it's not looking like that. You can see it's coming in here, going out. So I have to blend it so that I have a perfect circle at the lower part. So what I'm going to do is, now you see this point that is not properly curved. Now I'm going to add. Now I'm going to sellotape it now. So I'm supposed to bring it down like this. I'm supposed to bring it down like this. You can see now. So I'll get a perfect circle. So this point, which is this, I have to mark it here like this. I just hope you're understanding what I'm doing. So I'll sellotape it back now. See? Just a little techniques there. Nothing serious. Nothing really serious. Now remember, now we have brought this down like this. That means this side that is pointing up, we have to bring it down also, so that all the measurements will correspond. So now what we used there was 1.5. So I had to bring this down 1.5 also, like this, so that all the points will correspond. This is one way to make a collar. This is one of the many ways to make a bishop collar. It's just one, it's not the only way. So you can see from here to, so I'll trim it off, and I'll trim this excess out. So if I trim this now, you can see I'm having a perfect curve at the bottom here. So this is the front neck and this is the back, so it just go round through the person like this. This is the neck. So now this is the front and this is the back. Now I'm going to work on the peplum now. I'm going to work on peplum. In my last video I showed you how to make a two-step peplum, so you can just go and check. This is the back peplum. I've already done it in my previous video. This is the two-step for the front, like this. For the back, I mean, I'm going to add it in. Now this is for the front. I've already made my peplum. But if you look at this diagram we have here now, you can see that it has two sides. Now one side is a two-step peplum, while the other side is a three-step peplum. So now I'm going to assume this is my normal two-step peplum that I've done from the previous video. That is it. So the other side now you can see that it has a joining at the middle here. That means if this was the center of the folding, this is center fold. So I'm not going to fold it again. That means I'm going to add ½ inch when I'm cutting out the fabric. So this is the ½ inch here. It also indicates that I'm going to add ½ inch. It now has a joining. It's no more a fold. So it's just going to be one side, which is this two-step peplum. While this other side, you can see that this other side, both points here and here are the same. It's just that at this front, one is longer than the other. So I'm going to do this now. Like this. Now this is, I've taken an extra paper sheet. Now this is one side of the peplum. Now this is supposed to be, this other paper is going to be for the other side. So I'm just going to trace it out now. So you can see this is the peplum, like this. This is the first, I'm just tracing the peplum out now. This is the peplum. This is my ½ inch for the waist. Please don't forget. This is the ½ inch for the lower part. I hope you understand. Now, this is the center here. This is the center here. Remember, we said we are going to add ½ inch here because of the condition of the style we're working on. So now, if you look at this point and this point, they are not equal. So I'm going to bring the line. It comes straight down like this. You can see this part here stops here, while this other one it stops here. So let me say the difference between that part now. Let me just say 4 inches. Now let's say 4 inches. That is the difference between here and here, which is from here to here. 4 inches. Let's just assume 4 inches. Now you can see that this point now joins to this side, which is this side here. So what we have now, we are just going to join it together like this. That is just very simple like that. Just extremely simple. So I'm going to cut it out now. Remember, we're adding ½ inch here. I explained that one before. So now you can see this is one side of the peplum and this is the other side. You can see that they are not equal together, just the way we have on the diagram here, this part and this part. Now we've established that this side is 2-step, which is a 2-step here. So this side is 3-step. Now, if you look at this thing very well, you can see that at the point, both are not equal. I think it's a bit like ½ inch difference, ½ inch difference here. So if I'm going to make this now, so this is where they are supposed to meet. So I'll just bring it down ½ inch here, like this. So I'm going to bring it down like this. You can see this part here, they are supposed to meet here. No, you can see there is it's slightly different here. So from this diagram now, they are supposed to meet here, so I'm going to bring it ½ inch down here. You can see this is our 3-step peplum for one of the side of the blouse. You can see this is one here and this is one here. So that is the peplum for the front. We're going to try and cut it out on the fabric for you to see how it comes out. Okay, so this is the peplum for the front. You can see it here. This is the longer side here, and this is the shorter side. This is the upper part here, and this is the peplum for the front. I hope you guys can understand this very well now. Just we have it here like this. And see, this is the longer one, this is the longer one, and this is the shorter peplum. So by the time you join it together, it's going to give you that effect like that. So, and this is the front. Cut out the front. Now this is the collar. It goes round. So if I remove this pin now, it's going to be something like this. It's going to go round to the back. This collar is going to go round to the back. It's going to give us that effect like that. And this is the back also. This is the double step layer at the back, and this is the upper part of the back. So please, I hope you understand the video today. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video so other people can get to learn from us, and I'll be very happy if you too could give a try and just send me. Maybe I'll make a correction or two so you get to learn every time. So thank you very much. You have a very nice day. Bye bye.